QQQ Pullman. It's 6 o'clock.
To the 10. Touch goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State.
The following is a Learfield presentation of the Washington State Sports Network. This is the Cougar Basketball Hour on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. Tonight's show is brought to you by U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank is a proud supporter of Cougar athletics. Together, there's nothing as powerful as the power of us. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Tonight's show is also brought to you by Zappos, where the Palouse comes to play and eat. Now with Coach Kamie Ethridge, here's your host, Steve Grubbs.
Well, thank you very much, and indeed, welcome to Zappos in Pullman, Washington, as we get ready for another edition of the Kamie Ethridge Cougar Basketball Hours. It is your coach's show, Kamie. Welcome back to Zappos on a Monday as we're getting down to the final couple weeks of the regular season, and then into the West Coast Conference we'll go, and only just a few weeks left and a few conference games left before we really strap it on and get ready for what will be the West Coast Conference tournament.
Yeah, I mean, just in a league like this, it all comes down to the tournament. You want to be playing your best at the end of the season, and hopefully we have a chance to do that.
Yeah, indeed. Again, welcome in, everybody, and you picked a good show to be with us because we've got a couple of home games that we'll be talking about. And, boy, if you have not been to Beasley Coliseum, and looking at the faces out here, I see most of you have been to Beasley Coliseum, but if you're hearing my voice and you're listening to us on the radio or on the stream and you haven't made it, this is a good week to go because Thursday night, Fan Appreciation Night, and then Saturday, of course, is going to be Senior Day for Washington State University. So, I mean, two great games as well as two really good opponents that are right there nipping on our heels when it comes to San Francisco and St. Mary's coming to Pullman and to play at Beasley Coliseum.
And that was a question.
No, not really a question. Just
yes.
Just the fact that it's a nice
leads us up into no question. I mean, two teams that we took care of early in the season, but it's a season ago. I mean, and everybody's clawing for a seeding in the tournament. Excited about where we are. Excited to be at home. Clearly, fan appreciation is awesome, and we want a great crowd. And then, it gets to this point of the season, and you start looking at Tara, and you start talking about seniors, and you start trying to get your players to understand the importance of playing for your seniors. And man, it just doesn't get any more just heartache. Your heart aches for Tara and trying to get her to win as many games as she possibly can and to get to play in that jersey as many games as she possibly can. So big weekend, and honestly, just that final on Saturday to honor her. It just doesn't get any better than to honor your seniors.
Yeah, and speaking of the seeding right now, Washington State in third place in the West Coast Conference. And again, you take a look back at what the last few games have been for Washington State. Obviously, a nice win, the bounce-back win over LMU after losing to them in Los Angeles. But then also 2 games against the top 2 teams in their places, and we were right there with both of those 2 teams. Gonzaga, we ended up losing in overtime, and I thought we played really well on Saturday in Portland. Obviously, they had a lot of offense. We had a lot of offense. They were able to get a 5-point win, but we certainly have proven that even in their gymnasiums that we can play with those top 2 teams in the conference, and now it's shifted to a neutral site in the West Coast Conference Tournament. It should be a great week because, you take a look at the 11th seed, San Diego. They've now won back-to-back conference games, so it should be really wide open, and it should be just a fun 6-day tournament.
It's pretty clear-cut now. We want to be a 3 or 4 seed so that we get those buys, and at that point, it just it kind of goes as it goes. Clearly, I think we can play with anybody in this league. Had every chance to beat Gonzaga on their home court. But they're a little bit more experienced and a little bit more seasoned and a little tougher when it comes right down to it. Portland has 5 seniors and just tough competitors. I mean, think about our freshmen 4 years from now. They're going to be that, animalistic, not going to give in and not going to give up. And honestly, you watch the Portland game, and I think we missed 7 wide open threes at the start of the second half. And we're not going to beat anybody if we can't make wide open threes. So there's a lot of things to be excited about. And yes, we got to make some shots on the perimeter. I think ultimately, if we do that, we're going to win a lot of games in the tournament.
Going back to the two games that we've had since we were last here at Zeppo, it started off on Thursday with the home win over LMU, and it was a nice win for us, 63-51. I thought defensively, especially in the second half, we really closed the door on LMU, and it was a nice win for us. D had a big game, going with 14 points and a career-high 11 rebounds. We had 4 players in double digits, and then fast forward to Saturday, and you end up scoring 79 points. Where do you feel the offense is right now? Because it looks like it seems to be a little bit more in sync. Am I making that up, or did you feel that a little bit over the course of this week as well?
Well, I thought LMU kind of stood us up a little bit because, they switched a lot, and we just weren't used to that. We got a lot of guards on the court, and we just have to play attacking basketball when people switch against us. I thought we bounced back and had a really good second half against them and kind of recovered. But it's just another lesson learned because you're going to play all different styles in the tournament. It's going to be different every single night out. And by now, you got to be able to adjust. And yes, we did in the second half against LMU, but I would have liked to have seen that earlier. Portland, again, we got anything we wanted against them. We got wide open shots and we got layups. And we missed some shots. We couldn't stop them. They're really, really good. They've got seniors that just are big-time players that know how to score and know how to post up and put us in jail a little bit. But again, I'm not displeased at all with the shots that we got, and I just think we have a chance to compete against them on a neutral court any day of the week.
Again, we're just getting things started. You've got questions for the coach. You can come up and grab a slip of paper. We will get the questions asked to the coach. Charlotte Abraham, can we join us? Shasha, is that correct? She's going to be here and with us for a couple segments.
Let's go.
All right, so we'll have the
freshman. We got little Frenchie.
Shasha will be up here, so if you had a question for her, you can come up and grab a slip of paper.
I hope everybody can interpret French.
We've also, again, got Thursday night, Fan Appreciation Night. Saturday is going to be Senior Day. Thursday night at 6 o'clock. Saturday is going to be at 11 o'clock in the morning for Senior Day. And in case you have not picked up your tickets yet, we're going to do something special here tonight. We're going to have a raffle, and we're going to be giving away a couple pairs of tickets to Saturday's game. So either if you don't have tickets and want to be part of the raffle, maybe you know somebody that would like tickets and you want to try and win them for them, you can also be part of the raffle. So make sure you get the raffle tickets. Towards the end of the show, we'll pull out a couple of winners, and you'll get a pair of tickets to 2 different people to go to that St. Mary's game on Saturday. And then tomorrow night during the Cougar Basketball Hour for the men's, they're going to be giving away tickets for the Gonzaga game. So again, chances for you to win some tickets to go fill up Beasley Coliseum this week. I think that's a great thing.
Big weekend.
Yeah, so again, Fan Appreciation Night Thursday, Senior Day Saturday. We'll have more with the head coach coming up. Charlotte a little bit later on the show. Happy to have you with us. We're just getting things started. It's your Cougar Basketball Hour with Kamie Ethridge, live from Zeppo's from Learfield.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Washington State University Athletics. The airport connects Cougar fans and alums with over 50 daily departures to 18 nonstop destinations provided by 6 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
The tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On Pac-12 Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/Pac-12 Sports.
Hi, I'm Hannah Harrison.
And I'm Garrett Harrison. We are student athletes on your Washington State golf teams.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home?
We recommend Krista Gross, a multi-award-winning realtor and devoted Cougar fan. Krista brings the same passion and dedication to real estate as she does cheering on the Cougs.
Her clients rave about her exceptional service. Just check out her online reviews. You can find her online at KristaGross.com. That's Krista with a K, KristaGross.com. Go Cougs!
Looking sharp has never been this much fun. Pullman's #1 barbershop, the Pullman Man Shop, is more than just haircuts. It's an experience. Our seasoned barbers deliver precision haircuts, buzz cuts, and real straight razor hot towel shaves that'll leave you looking and feeling your absolute best. And while you're here, enjoy free shuffleboard, free pool, and free arcade games. WSU students and faculty receive 20% off any service every Thursday. Step into the Pullman Man Shop at 1025 East Main, where style meets good times. Walk-ins only. themanshops.com.
Well, it is the Cougar Basketball Hour with head coach Kamie Ethridge, and we are here live from Zeppo's, and want to remind Cougar Nation that each time you bring your Toyota vehicle to be serviced at a local and participating Toyota dealership, you can receive a premium Washington State giveaway item as a member of the Toyota Rewards Program. To join the program, it's easy. Visit wsucougars.com/Toyota Rewards. We mentioned Thursday night against San Francisco, Fan Appreciation Night. Of course, we appreciate all of our fans that make their way to Beasley. We appreciate this loyal crew that makes their way out to Zeppo's each and every Monday night here for the Cougar Basketball Hour. And we want to thank all of you for being here, and those of you that have been with us all season long, we especially thank you. And then also, how about another thing when it comes to our show here? I want to give a special shout out to Dan and Tina. Dan and Tina come early every single week and put up these Cougar logos and Cougar pennants and Cougar things just to make this place even more Cougar than it needs to be. Dan and Tina, we appreciate you. I know they were honorary coaches for you your last home game.
They were.
What a couple of great fans.
Awesome. And we won. That's it. They're 1-0, and they've been on the road with us, and they actually come to practice a lot of mornings, most mornings. So very devoted and great fans and support, and just friends of the program. So can't say thanks enough for you guys.
Yeah, just love the fact that we see Dan putting up those decorations and taking them down every Monday, and wanted to really give him a shout out for making this place extra Cougar special. Again, couple of games coming up. You get San Francisco coming up on Thursday, St. Mary's on Saturday. Due to a couple of things, one, Alex being a little sidelined right now with an injury, and then two, just with her experience in getting more and more. We've seen Dee get on the court a lot more. Well, your thoughts about Dee, and especially the way she's attacked the basket for you in the paint and what she's been able to do for you this last week?
Well, just happy for her. Again, just a new putting her in the starting lineup is just a little bit of an adventure. Like, she's not super sure of herself about what position she plays, and we're okay with that because she's so unique, and we don't want her in a box. We don't want her to be the Alex. We don't want her to be Candace. We want her to be Dee with her ability in the post, and we want her to be Dee with her guard ability. And just happy with her instincts and her playmaking abilities on the defensive end of the court, her rebounding abilities. She's going to get you points if she gets minutes. Just really happy with what she is and what she's going to become. And again, the world is at her fingertips. It's just a matter of how much practice we can get her in and reps she can get over the course of her career, because she's a real special talent.
AT also had a little bigger of a scoring week for us this week than maybe in the past few weeks. You like that from her? You like her being a little bit more aggressive, looking for shots and trying to help out on the offensive end and getting some points on the board?
Yep. Need AT to be kind of hunting her shots at time. I thought she passed up a few shots in this last game, and just can't have her do that. She's one of those – she needs rest. I mean, some of our big-minute players need a lot of rest and recovery. I think L.A. benefited from that this couple of weeks ago, and we need to get AT some rest, probably need to get Tara some rest, but they got to be ready to go. And the energy level of a point guard, AT, her leadership, her vocal, her making big shots and making big plays, that's got to be every possession that she's on the court. And I thought she had some really good minutes the last couple of games, really good games. But there were some key moments that I thought she turned down some shots, and we just can't have her turn down shots, and she's got to be that playmaker person that's going to take those big shots.
Did have somebody ask me before the show that wanted me to ask you this. With just a couple weeks before we get into the conference tournament, we've got 3 games left. Do you at all wrestle with how you plan for the tournament, or is it more about how you plan for this week, and then when we get past the final regular season game, which is Pepperdine, then get ready for the tournament? Or are you already kind of prepping for the tournament with the way that you guys kind of get things going and practice? I guess, how early do you start really getting ready for the West Coast Conference tournament, because it is such a big deal this season?
Well, I just think, you can't plan for that. You just have to win games. You have to get great possessions. You have to get your kids great reps in practice. We're playing a lot of people in practice. We've got a great practice group of guys that we don't have to do San Francisco. They're doing San Francisco, so we can run people in and out. Clearly want to get our big minute players some rest and not have as many reps and wear and tear on their bodies. Today was a little bit harder, a little bit longer. Tomorrow will be really light, and then Wednesday we'll go hard for a short period of time. But I would love to rest everybody, but the game requires winning.
Sure. Yeah.
And you got to play people that are going to help you win. We started out the game unbelievable against San Francisco at their place. I don't know, it was like 36-10. So I would love to have that happen again this time, but I fear that that's probably not going to happen. And so we're going to have to struggle, and we're going to fight, and we're going to have to get down and dirty and try to compete every possession and again, build great habits that are going to help you win not just San Francisco, but the next game and the next game and the next game. So we're still in that process of we don't want to beat ourselves by turnovers. We don't want to beat ourselves by not rebounding. And those are areas of the game where we've hurt ourselves at times. And so we got to keep preaching that every single day in practice.
Again, San Francisco Thursday night, Fan Appreciation Night. Saturday is going to be Senior Day. Again, that's 11 o'clock on Saturday. Again, if you haven't gotten your raffle ticket, make sure you get that, as we'll be doing that. Also understand we've got these rally towels that are going to be given away. That's going to be given. Should we open one up?
What's it look like?
That's what I want to figure out. Now the question is whether I can open it up or not. And then, is there an easy way to do it, or instead of just ripping it apart? We'll try. You know what? Let's do that. Oh, there we go. Kamie's much better at things like this than I am. So there's a little rally towel, special fabric, and there you have it. If you're one of the first 500 fans, you're going to receive a rally towel as well. So make sure you come on out for Fan Appreciation Night. You can get yourself a rally towel and do whatever you want with it. And we will have those for you if you show up early on Thursday. Again, 6 o'clock Thursday against San Francisco, 11 o'clock against St. Mary's. All right, let's take another break. When we come back, Charlotte Abraham going to join us, as we will have one of the Cougar players joining us, part of the Cougar Basketball Hour, live from Zeppo's from Learfield.
The next time you visit Northern Quest, we suggest bringing your sea legs and your lead foot. It's the $100,000 Ben's Voyage giveaway. Play daily with your Camus Rewards card, and you could win a cruise line adventure. Or a brand new Mercedes GLC 300 with an inline 4 turbo. Tax and licensing included. Speeding tickets are on you, though. The Ben's Voyage giveaway. Grand prize drawing March 31st. Details at northernquest.com.
Hey, Coug fans! Can't decide what to do with your late-night weekends? Why not Cosmic Bowling? Every Friday and Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. is Cosmic Bowling at Zeppo's. At a price designed with everyone in mind, we are your destination for music, disco lights, and of course, bowling. Can't join us on the weekends? Zeppo's is the place to be for all ages every day of the week. With bowling, food, and drink specials, we offer prices that won't break the budget. You can even reserve your lane in advance with online reservations at Zeppos.com. When looking for fun in Pullman, look no further than Zeppo's.
This is my barbershop. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Welcome to the Pullman Man Shop, Pullman's #1 barbershop, where our seasoned barbers give you precision haircuts, buzz cuts, and straight razor shaves so sharp when we're done, your face will look like the day you were born. While we're working on that dome of yours, enjoy free shuffleboard, free pool, free arcade games, and ATVs. That's right, maggot. You can play while we turn that head of hair into something presentable. We'll fix it. Can't and won't are not words we'll use. The Pullman Man Shop, 1025 East Main. Visit themanshops.com.
Well, we do welcome you back again. It is your Cougar Basketball Hour with head coach Kamie Ethridge as we come to you live from Zeppo's, and want to remind you that you can earn your bragging rights at Northern Quest with more slot machines, table games, restaurants, lounges, and luxury hotel rooms than anyone else in the region. Northern Quest, yes, the best. More at northernquest.com as we welcome in again, freshman guard, it is Charlotte Abraham joining us here on the show. Charlotte, first of all, how are you tonight? And welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm good, and you?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much. Have you had a chance to do many interviews so far early in your WSU career?
No, I just did interviews in French, so it's my first in English.
Okay, well, I think we'll take it easy for you, and the crowd loves you, so it'll be easy. We'll be really nice to you and everything. First of all, talk about first being in France and then coming over here to the States and playing for Washington State University. What's that been like for you to come over here and play in the United States and get a chance to play for Coach Ethridge in this program?
It's really impressive to see how people are involved in the program and everything, not only in WSU, but every team's there is a big organization for the travels. We don't have that even for the professional team in France. So yeah, it's impressive and I love that.
Now, how much did you get to play as far as at an international level when you were playing over in France? You played in the World Cup, is that right? Were you part of the World Cup team?
Yes, I did the World Cup with the under-19 teams, French team. And I did also the 3-against-3 French team under 18. And yeah, we had the silver medal and we lost against the American.
Was there a big adjustment from playing in Europe to playing here in the States, or does basketball just kind of translate, or is it a little bit different either by the way they officiate the game, either by maybe it's more physical here in the United States? Is there many differences between playing internationally and playing in France compared to playing here in the States?
Yeah, there's some difference. I can see the difference a lot with the officials.
Okay. I think we all can, yeah.
I used to play really physical, and I used to kind of punch the people.
Okay.
But here, even if it's not on the ball, if I punch someone on the side, I will get fouled. So it's hard for this, but.
Yeah, so you don't mind getting, and you do look like you're okay being the physical part of the game. It looks like that is part of your background, and I think that this team kind of needs that every once in a while, and you obviously don't want to pick up too many fouls and get into foul trouble, but at the same time, do you go in with the mindset of I'm going to be aggressive and I'm going to be physical?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I try to say, okay, when I'm the sideline and I'm going to be on the court, I'm like, okay, I need to be soft. It's my first entry, but then I'm on the court and I can't. I can't. I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this ball and it's a good play, but it's stupid because I get fouled and I hit the girl and I hit everyone. So.
That's good. I mean, we like your aggressive style, I think, for the most part. I mean, listen to the coaches more than listen to me, but at the same time, I love watching your physical style out there and watching you bring a little bit of either nastiness or toughness to the court. When it comes to your three-point shot, it's a beautiful thing when you're left open. How much has that evolved from the course of time? Have you always been a good outside shooter, or is that something that's come along as you've gotten better and better in the sport?
I think I get better. I think it's a lot of confidence. And before the COVID-19, during the 2020, I had a court at my hometown.
Okay.
And I was shooting every day a lot. And I think since this time, I became a really good shooter. And it came also with the confidence that the coaches give me, and yes.
And so I think that work in the gym has obviously paid off for you. Speaking of your hometown, tell me if I'm saying this right. Is it Cambria or Cambria? Or am I getting it totally wrong?
Cambrai.
Okay, Cambrai. And then where is that in France? Can you give us a little bit of a geography lesson of France? Is it close to Paris? Is it close to some other major city that we might know as far as in France?
Yeah, it's above Paris. It's like 1 hour and a half by car from Paris.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And if people are going to visit either your hometown or go to France, give them something that they can't miss out on if they're going to take a trip either to France or to your hometown?
I would say you can come see a game in my last club, Villeneuve d'Ascq. Just come see a basketball game. It's gonna be fun because people are already involved in the north of France with basketball. So.
All right.
Laurie can say that because she played in the north,
absolutely. Speaking of people out there, here's a question for you. How big are you into music? Who is your favorite musical artist? And have you ever seen him or her in concert?
Okay, my favorite artist is Billie Eilish.
Okay.
And people say I'm kind of obsessed with her, but I just love her, and that's how I'm. So I went to her concert in December in Los Angeles, and I loved that. It was a gift from Christmas from my parents, but I was alone because the tickets are a little bit expensive. And when I left the concert, I was like, okay, I need to go again. So I'm going back to her concert in May, right when I came back to France, and I will go in Amsterdam. So yes.
So Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
Okay. Is there something about her musical style that is it her lyrics? Is it just the way she sings? Is there anything that really strikes a chord with you, or just everything?
Everything. I feel what she say. I feel everything. I don't know. Her songs are so good.
Okay. Then the next question: what is her favorite song, and can you sing part of it for us?
My favorite song, I don't have a real favorite song, but the song I sing the most is White Flower.
Okay.
You really want me to sing?
I don't see why not. I mean, if you're brave enough, I mean, you don't have to, but I think people here would enjoy it. I think you probably would have a great voice from what we can hear.
But I see her in the back of my mind all the time. That's it.
All right, how about that? That's again Charlotte Abraham. Shaw, do you mind sticking with the picture? Stay on the stage.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Do you mind sticking around with us for one more segment?
Yes.
All right, we'll have Charlotte back with us. Again, it's your Cougar Basketball Hour with Charlotte Abraham. We'll have Coach E in just a little bit. Glad to have you with us live from Zeppos.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Calling all Cougar fans. While the Cougars are busy taking home the win this season, you can download the McDonald's app and take home our new Game Day Bundle. Big enough to feed the whole squad. Get 20 golden, juicy chicken McNuggets, plus 2 medium orders of the world-famous fries you love, all for just $11.99. Talk about a winning combination. Must opt into rewards at participating McDonald's. Valid through 2024-25 basketball season. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hi, I'm Kyle Thornton, linebacker and captain of your Washington State University Cougar football team. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, I recommend my friend and supporter, Krista Gross. She is a 3-time Realtor of the Year and a big fan of Cougar athletics. The only thing she enjoys more than supporting the Cougs is providing excellent service. Check her Google reviews to see how much her clients love her. You can find her online at KristaGross.com. That's Krista with a K. KristaGross.com. Go Cougs!
Looking sharp has never been this much fun. Pullman's #1 barbershop, the Pullman Man Shop, is more than just haircuts. It's an experience. Our seasoned barbers deliver precision haircuts, buzz cuts, and real straight razor hot towel shaves that'll leave you looking and feeling your absolute best. And while you're here, enjoy free shuffleboard, free pool, and free arcade games. WSU students and faculty receive 20% off any service every Thursday. Step into the Pullman Man Shop at 1025 East Main, where style meets good times. Walk-ins only. TheManShop.com.
Well, we do. Welcome back. We are live from Zeppos. And again, it is a Cougar Basketball Hour. Coach Kamie Ethridge will be joining us in just a little bit. Right now, freshman Charlotte Abraham is joining us. Of course, Kamie calls you Shaw. Does pretty much the whole team call you Shaw? And is that a nickname you've had for quite a while? Is that something that you've picked up now that you're here at Washington State?
I had my family called me Shasha, but never my teammate or my coaches never called me Shasha. So here is it's like my family.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of which, how about this Cougar family? So many different countries represented, such an international flavor. Obviously, you got Dee, who's from Paris, and you've got so many players from the other side of the world when it comes to Europe. And I mean, you've got obviously Candace, who grew up in Africa and then started playing over here in the United States. What about this international flavor that Washington State has, and how cool is it to be part of that?
It's really cool because we can understand each other. We can understand what we miss all our home sometimes. We can have hard times, so we can just being there for each other, and it's really cool to have that. Sorry, and especially with Dee and Candy, they can speak my language, so it's easier to express what I feel, and so yeah. Okay,
and then as far as Pullman. AT doesn't like the cold. Are you okay with the cold? Are you okay with is that something you could do without as far as the winter weather we're having?
I was pretty cool since last week when we had like minus 15 degrees. I was like, oh my god. At 5 a.m. when I walked to the gym, I was like, oh my god, I'm freezing. But it's fine.
That's okay. And then, is there something about Pullman that you really have you didn't expect, and now that you're here in Pullman, you really enjoy about Pullman and playing here and living in Pullman as a student?
I would say my room is just next from the gym. So that's cool. Everything is close.
And just, I mean, do you like the small town? Do you like the family type atmosphere that we're kind of here in Pullman?
Yeah.
And then what's it like playing at Beasley Coliseum?
Yeah, I like it. It's a small town, and the fans are already here, always here. So it's cool, yeah, it's kind of cool.
You got ready for a couple more fan questions? All right, here's one. What is your favorite basketball memory? Do you have a favorite basketball memory?
I would say the EuroLeague Final Four.
Okay.
I went with the professional team last year, and it was awesome. I saw all the WNBA players, and we were all eating in the same room, and I was like a baby in a dream.
Starstruck.
Like,
yeah. And where was that tournament at? Where did you guys compete in?
It was in Turkey. It was in Mersin.
Okay.
And there was the sea and the fan from Fenerbahce, Istanbul.
Okay.
It was crazy because the people the fans are really involved there. So yeah, it was cool.
And then, do you have a favorite WNBA player, either as you were growing up that maybe has gone on to retire or that's currently playing? Do you have a favorite WNBA player that you follow or that you really enjoy?
Not really. I don't have a favorite player. I kind of watch everyone, and I watch a lot of EuroLeague more than WNBA.
Okay.
So I can say I have a favorite EuroLeague player. It's Alina Yagupova.
Okay. And where does she play?
She plays in Spain, in Valencia.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's pretty high level, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean that's as top as you get over in Europe.
Yeah.
Correct?
In overseas, I think it's the best level.
Yeah. All right. Here's one. What are your basketball dreams for the future? Where do you see yourself in maybe 5-10 years?
My dreams are for sure the EuroLeague, the WNBA, and even the Olympics. It's a big dream.
Well, you should have big dreams. Absolutely. Love that. Absolutely. And then what is your mindset for these last 3 regular season games? Again, we're getting down towards the end of the season. We've got the 2 home games here. Again, Fan Appreciation Night coming up on Thursday night. And then, of course, you've got Senior Day where we get to honor Tara coming up on Saturday before we go to Pepperdine. What's your mindset as we get into these final 3 games of the West Coast Conference season?
I think my mindset not going to change. I just want to win. And even more on Saturday for Tara. And that's it. I want to win.
Just win.
Just win.
How tough was it for you, because you were sidelined for a couple of weeks with a little bit of an injury? How tough was that for you to not be out there and competing and playing?
I hated it. It was the worst time here. I was in Pullman, but it was the worst time in Pullman. I had, and I hated it, and I don't want to.
Well, it's the middle of the season. You want to be out there and helping and out there and contributing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, but you've come back really strong, and I mean, you how's it feeling now, and are you ready to go 100% for the rest of the way on the season?
Yeah, my knee is good. I feel good. I feel pretty in shape. So I was a little bit sick, but it's fine.
Okay. That's kind of run its way, I think, through both the men's and the women's programs a little bit. Everybody's kind of gotten a little bit of a winter sickness that's been going around. And then last couple things for you, then I'll let you go. As we are getting set here for the final few games, what's the road trips been like for your team? And how cool is it to be able to go out on the road with this collection of teammates to just spend some time together? Obviously, it's not fun, it's not vacation, it's a business trip, but at the same time, is it cool to be able to go out and experience different places in the United States with your different teammates and get to go out and on the road with them?
Yeah, when we are on the plane, I have always my head on the window, and I really like all the places we went. We went in California, and it was really beautiful. I really loved it, and even the hotel when we stay, it's awesome, and we had chance to. I'm in Jenna in the room, so I had chance to speak more English because I'm a lot with Dee in the room, so we're speaking French. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I love the trip.
Okay. And then last thing for you, on the student side of things, what do you want to study? What are you studying? Is it still wide open for you? Have you settled in on what you want to be as a major? And do you see anything for maybe post-basketball career for you?
I'm studying biology, human biology.
Okay.
Because I like biology and I wanted to study biology. And I don't know, I want to play basketball, but my parents are like, you cannot just stay and say you want to play basketball. So I study biology and I will see, I don't know.
Okay. And then how often do you get a chance to talk to your parents? Do you talk to them on a regular basis? And you have one sibling, is that right?
Yes, I have one big sister.
And how old is she?
She's 2003, so she's
21, 22?
21.
Okay. And so how close are you two?
We are really close, and we don't, like, when I'm with her, it's interesting because she's not in the world of basketball.
Okay.
So it's very interesting because she's a random person, our conversation are everything but basketball. So yeah, I like it.
Okay, and then last question, then I'll let you go. How early did you know that basketball was a sport for you, and have you played any other sports growing up? And then when did you decide that this is the sport that's for me, this is the one that I'm going to go and pursue?
I started playing basketball at 7 years old. So it was in 2012, and it was the London Olympics, and the French team did pretty good. I think it was the first time that they were so good, and there was this little point guard, Céline Dumerc, who played in EuroLeague and everything, and I saw her just shoot the 3 points in semi-final. I think it was Great Britain, and I saw her on the screen, and I was like, okay, I want to be like her. I want to do that.
At 7 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why, and then I stopped playing basketball, and I never stopped playing because before I did, I was terrible, but I dance.
Okay.
I did some gymnastics, tennis, I horsing. I don't know. Yes, okay. But yeah, I don't know. It was my first collective sport, and I loved it, and I just that's it. And she's still my favorite player,
Well,
yes.
We thank her because she's made you into a great player, and you are great for Washington State. We love watching you play. Let's give it up for Charlotte Abraham. Again, freshman out of France, and joining us here, part of your Kamie Ethridge Cougar Basketball Hour. We'll be back with the head coach as we've got a couple more segments with her. That's next. Again, your Cougar Basketball Hour from Zeppo's, live from Learfield.
You may be eager to break ground on a new outdoor project, but never just start digging. Buried electric and natural gas lines can be anywhere. It's the law to call 811 at least 2 business days before you dig. Spray paint white lines showing your dig zone, and a crew will mark the utility lines. Mark accuracy zone is within 2 feet of the mark, so always hand dig to expose the line first. Call 811 before you dig. The service is free for residential customers. Avista, we just want you to be safe.
Bro, you go hard for the WSU Cougs.
What do you mean?
You're literally wearing a Coug jersey that you bought from the Coug store with your Coug debit card. And you don't stop talking about how every time you use your card, GISA donates to the Cougar Athletic Fund.
I guess I do go pretty hard for my Cougs.
If you go hard for your Cougs, get your WSU card today at GISA.com. Go Cougs!
Hi, I'm Hannah Harrison.
And I'm Garrett Harrison. We are student athletes on your Washington State golf teams.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home?
We recommend Krista Gross, a multi-award-winning realtor and devoted Cougar fan. Krista brings the same passion and dedication to real estate as she does cheering on the Cougs.
Her clients rave about her exceptional service. Just check out her online reviews. You can find her online at KristaGross.com. That's Krista with a K, KristaGross.com. Go Cougs!
This is my barbershop. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Welcome to the Pullman Man Shop, Pullman's #1 barbershop, where our seasoned barbers give you precision haircuts, buzz cuts, and straight razor shaves so sharp when we're done, your face will look like the day you were born. While we're working on that dome of yours, enjoy free shuffleboard, free pool, free arcade games, and ATVs. That's right, maggot. You can play while we turn that head of hair into something presentable. We'll fix it. Can't and won't are not words we'll use. The Pullman Man Shop, 1025 East Main. Visit themanshops.com.
Well, again, it is your Cougar Basketball Hour live from Zeppo's. Great to have you with us again. Your Cougar Basketball Hour and Cougar Basketball brought to you in part by the Junior Cougar Kids Club, presented by Toyota. They're the official kids club of the Washington State Cougars, and the best way for the youngest members of Cougar Nation to show off their Cougar pride. Find out more information about your Junior Cougs membership perks at WSUCougars.com/Junior Cougars. That's /JR Cougs. Always like to see the young ones in the place at Beasley Coliseum. And again, a couple more opportunities, and that's it for the regular season. Thursday and Saturday. Again, Thursday, Fan Appreciation Night. Again, Saturday at 11. Coach, what'd you think of Charlotte Abraham, Shasha up here?
Well, she is so true to who she is. Like, what you see is what you get. Like, she is one of the most passionate players I've ever coached. She is driven. She wants to win. She wants to work out. She wants to be in the gym. She doesn't want to take a day off. She is mad when we lose. She's mad when someone hurts her and tries to take her out, and I think she's holding a grudge to that person. I'm not naming names or numbers, but I think she's holding a grudge. And again, just a great addition to our team. Again, just competitive and wants to win and is driven and is a wild child. I've said that, wild child, like wild eyes, and you can't control her sometimes. But thank goodness we have someone that errs on the side of being a little bit too wild. Then you got to put a stick of dynamite up them. So you don't need to do that with her. She kind of comes ready and ready to tee off on anybody that's there.
Yeah, a couple of responses to the questions that I really loved her with her was, one, she does not mind mixing up, and I mean, we'll throw a few punches every now and again if need be to help the team. And then also her mindset going into these final 3 games, win.
Yep,
I mean,
that's it.
That's what she's about, right?
She's about winning. She wants to play, but she wants to win. And she's a nerd. We've already called her a nerd, Lori and I have. And Lori was a nerd too, because she sits there and watches you if you're coming down the bench. And if you even look at her, she's like in the, like a trackster. She's in the blocks ready to go. And if you say her name, she's shot out of those blocks. And she's to the scores table before you can call her back. And she's not coming back. But she's excited to play and wants to be out there as much as she possibly can.
What was it you? Was it Lori who saw her first? And what drew your attention to her when you recruited her?
I mean, that's just it. I think that just comes through. I mean, obviously, her footwork is amazing. Her body control is really good, even though you wouldn't know it from how many times she whacks people. But her footwork is awesome. When you tell her shoot every shot, if you're open, she makes every shot. Like if that's her only thought, it's going to go in. Her shooting is amazing. Yes, Lori found her, and again, just another gem and of a player and competitor, and her best days are ahead of her. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, it's sometimes hard to believe she's just a freshman like so many of your players on this team. Cougars again getting ready for San Francisco Thursday night. You mentioned the start we had against the Dons down in San Francisco, and you're right, it was like 32-10. We had a 45-21 lead at halftime. We were draining threes in that first half. Those kind of dried up in the second half, but we were able to still go on and obviously finish the job and get it done 74-58. What do you remember about that game, and then what have you seen from San Francisco? Obviously, they're a team that lost a couple players due to injuries and struggled, I think, right around the time we played them the first time, but now have kind of maybe regained a little bit of their footing recently.
Just a really good defensive team. They put some pressure on you, switchable, going to make you have to make plays over the top of them. They're not going to give you anything easy. Again, we got some really great looks early. San Francisco was a game where I just thought, well, that's how we should shoot. Like, we made open shots. And quite frankly, I keep telling the team, I mean, we have to make open shots. Like, we missed a bunch of open shots against Portland at the start of the second half. And, I mean, you watch those shots and you're just like, yeah, that's Jenna Villa wide open, I think 3 times in a row. LA wide open 2 times in a row. Tara wide open. I mean, those are our best players that we have to knock down some of those. And if we do, we probably win that game. So we made those shots against San Francisco. We don't want to live on them, but we certainly have to be confident in the shots that we're getting and shoot them up. And, again, that's going to be our strength if we can just put some points on the board. And we got to be solid defensively. I mean, they're very post-oriented, ISO-oriented, which everybody in this league seems to be. A difficult matchup for us, a couple of positions, but also we got some good size so we can make people score over us.
Got a little bit more to go with the head coach here. Again, don't forget, Thursday night, Fan Appreciation Night. Again, 500 fans. First ones get these rally towels, so make sure you make your way out for Fan Appreciation Night. And, of course, on Saturday, it will be Senior Day, so we want to see you there. And, again, we're giving away a couple of tickets. If you haven't gotten your raffle ticket yet, make sure you get it, and we'll put it in the picture and make sure we draw that out either right at the end of the show or right after the show and give away those tickets. So you still got some time left if you haven't picked up a raffle ticket yet for tickets. And then again, they'll be giving away a pair of tickets to the Gonzaga game tomorrow night during the Cougar men's basketball hour tomorrow. Tonight, it's the women's basketball hour with Kamie Ethridge. Take a break and have back here with her. That's next, right here. It's Cougar women's basketball in the Cougar basketball hour with Kamie Ethridge, live from Zeppos from Learfield.
Nothing works up an appetite like cheering for your Cougs on game day. So why not cheer them on at Northern Quest with an impressive roster of restaurants and lounges? You can tackle the menu at Epic and catch every play on the 10 by 30-foot screen. Or grab a steak at Maslow's, a fine cigar at Legends of Fire, even a burger from Fat Burger. You know, for your inner linebacker. See more at northernquest.com. Go Cougs!
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at US Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through!
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smartertogether. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Caden Wickersham, a pitcher on your Washington State University Cougar baseball team. I want to tell you about Krista Gross, a big supporter of mine. She's someone who's always there, helping me without being asked. Krista makes sure I have what I need to succeed, and she'll do the same thing for you. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, trust someone with a big heart and a winning track record. Find her online at KristaGross.com. That's Krista with a K. KristaGross.com.
I'm Krista Gross, your lifelong realtor. Find me online at KristaGross.com. That's Krista with a K, KristaGross.com.
Go Cougs.
Looking sharp has never been this much fun. Pullman's #1 barbershop, the Pullman Man Shop, is more than just haircuts. It's an experience. Our seasoned barbers deliver precision haircuts, buzz cuts, and real straight razor hot towel shaves that'll leave you looking and feeling your absolute best. And while you're here, enjoy free shuffleboard, free pool, and free arcade games. WSU students and faculty receive 20% off any service every Thursday. Step into the Pullman Man Shop at 1025 East Main, where style meets good times. Walk-ins only. themanshops.com.
Well, we welcome you back. It is your Cougar Basketball Hour with head coach of Washington State University basketball, Kamie Ethridge, as we continue to move along the hour. Just a segment here and then a quick goodbye to wrap things up here, as we will again be with you next week for the final week of February when it comes to our coaches shows. And then I believe we're going to try and have one more right before the West Coast Conference Tournament the first Monday of March. So, again, make sure you plan to join us again. A week from tonight, we'll be here at Zeppo's, again, from 6 until 7. And, again, not only do we have Fan Appreciation Night on Thursday, but then Senior Day on Saturday. Again, Pepperdine, I think it was December. I don't remember it anymore because the schedule's been so wacky. But it seems like forever ago that we played Pepperdine back home, and I think it was December. Do you remember much about the Pepperdine Waves? And is that more of later in the week to worry about
not
them?
going to worry about them until we get to them.
Okay, so and then same thing when it comes to a matchup that comes up on Saturday, St. Mary's. We played them a little bit more recently in Moraga. What do you remember about the St. Mary's Gales?
Well, that's my scout, so I'm watching them a little bit more. So, again, same thing. You just don't have much time to scout. You have a Friday in between when, again, we finish at night. We wake up and we're watching film at 7 a.m. in the morning and trying to get ready for like an hour practice. So little preparation for teams like that. I think they're similar to some of the other teams that have played a little bit of zone, trapping, and hopefully we're prepared for it because one hour practice isn't going to get you ready. You just have to be ready to go against another team that has some really good ISO kind of players and that throw a zone at you and trap and press a little bit. So big challenge for us.
And Saturday, of course, Senior Day, again, all the numbers for Tara Wallach. Has played in 127 games. That's now 6th all-time in Cougar history. Made her 108th start. That moved her actually past Kate Benz. Kate, a great Cougar. When I first started calling basketball, Kate was a senior on that team.
I think she was in Portland.
She was in Portland. I think she gave us some cookies from Kate Benz. So she was always a huge Cougar supporter. Whenever we're near the Portland area, she comes and sees us at Portland. When we play Oregon State, she's there. So she moved past her and is tied with Jasmine Perkins for 6th all the time. She now is 2 blocks away from being behind only Bella when it comes to...
Well, she should have had 2 blocks in this last game because they called her for 2 fouls that weren't even close to being fouls. Like, legit blocks. So, I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, again, just should have 2 more.
What did they tell you when you asked them about that?
They don't speak to me.
They don't speak to you? Okay, all right.
But she asked. She was like, what did I do wrong? And she was like, you fouled. And she's like, I blocked a shot.
Well, she was accurate. She was right on that. She's also 14th all-time to get to 1,200 points, and now 3 rebounds shy of getting into the top 10 on the all-time Cougar list. So, again, a special Saturday. Obviously, we want to see you Thursday night. We want to see you Saturday because, again, Fan Appreciation Day. But for Tara, Saturday becomes really, really special for us.
Well, again, it's just, when you stand around in a huddle and every senior's different. But I mentioned it today because I was getting after our team a little bit about you have to want to win, and if you don't want to win for yourself because you're just that competitive, then you have to do it for your seniors. And I mean, Tara is so sensitive to that because again, it's the urgency of she's got just this many games left in our jersey, and that's it for her, and it's meant so much to her. She's tried to lead this team in every possible way. She shows up every single day at practice and gives and tries to get people to talk and tries to get people to invest and tries to lead in every possible way. And quite frankly, freshmen just don't get it. A lot of freshmen just don't get it because they're not there. And I told them today, I was like, I hope they have some just freshmen like they are right now when they're seniors. And then they're going to understand what Tara's living with right now. Like when you just don't understand the magnitude of how hard you have to play and how good you have to be and how much you have to show up every single day for your teammates and for each other. And she's done that for us for 4 years. She probably wasn't always that, but she's just like all seniors. They grow into that. So proud of her. Want to win for her. Want her to go off winning in every possible way and continuing to get in the record books for us. She's been an amazing player for us and again, just a Coug through and through.
How emotional does senior day get for you as a coach? Is it getting more and more emotional the more you are in this game, or has it always been that way?
No, I mean, it's always that way. I think you just understand, it's just the realization. Like, we're old, I get it, but it's just like the emotion of it's so urgent to them. It's so urgent that we're good right now. She doesn't have time to waste. She doesn't have time for people to not do this or not care about that or not be competitive or show up moody or show up, just halfway. And, it's her last chance, and she's trying to lead in every possible way. And it's just urgent for us to be our best for her. And, you want your players to be so competitive that they don't have to do it for a senior. Right. But, my gosh, if you can't do it for a senior, then you don't have a heartbeat. Right. And thankfully, we've got some really good competitive freshmen who understand it and want to win. And hopefully we're going to pick it up, and we're going to be better than we've ever been this year.
All right, we'll take one final break, come back with the final couple minutes with the head coach, and then we'll give away some tickets to Saturday's game. All of that next. It's Cougar Basketball Hour with Kamie Ethridge, live from Zeppo's from Learfield.
With the WSU debit card from Giesa, it's hard to tell who's supporting who. When Coug fans use their WSU card, they show off their Coug pride, and donations are made back to Cougar Athletics. But the card supports the Coug fan with big savings by helping them grow their money with Smart Plus checking. So, does the card support the Coug fan, or does the Coug fan support the card? It doesn't matter. All that matters is that the WSU card supports Cougar Athletics and your wallet at the same time. Get your WSU card at Giesa.com. Checking account transaction requirements, terms and conditions apply. Insured by NCUA.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
This is my barbershop. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Welcome to the Pullman Man Shop, Pullman's #1 barbershop, where our seasoned barbers give you precision haircuts, buzz cuts, and straight razor shaves so sharp when we're done, your face will look like the day you were born. While we're working on that dome of yours, enjoy free shuffleboard, free pool, free arcade games, and ATVs. That's right, maggot. You can play while we turn that head of hair into something presentable. We'll fix it. Can't and won't are not words we'll use. The Pullman Man Shop, 1025 East Main. Visit themanshops.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle Thornton, linebacker and captain of your Washington State University Cougar football team. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, I recommend my friend and supporter, Krista Gross. She's a 3-time Realtor of the Year and a big fan of Cougar athletics. The only thing she enjoys more than supporting the Cougs is providing excellent service. Check her Google reviews to see how much her clients love her. You can find her online at KristaGross.com. That's Krista with a K. KristaGross.com. Go Cougs!
Well, we welcome you back here for the final couple minutes of the show. Again, it is your Cougar Basketball Hour with the head coach of Washington State University Basketball, Kamie Ethridge. Again, Thursday night, Fan Appreciation Night as San Francisco comes to town. And again, Sunday, 11 a.m. is going to be your senior day against St. Mary's. I think that game was originally scheduled for noon. And did double check with Riley. It's an 11 o'clock start on Saturday morning. So again, 11 a.m. Saturday for that matchup. Coach, we've got about a minute and a half or so left in the show. The floor is yours if you got anything you want to tell these folks.
I don't know. I mean, these guys know us as well as anybody and support us in every possible way. So just get as many people out into the stands these next two games. I can't even believe we're at the end of our season. But want you guys to have a ton of hope in this team. I think we do. I don't think we're perfect. I don't think, sometimes I wonder if we're competitive enough and if we're ready enough. Like, again, I said, 5 seniors. Those Portland kids, 5 seniors. Mm-hmm. And they looked at us and they were just like, we're not going to win. They made every shot when we made a mistake. They made plays. They got every rebound. And we're just not that consistent yet. But we're playing freshmen and sophomores and 1 senior and a couple of juniors. Like the the world is at our fingertips. We're going to be amazing in the future, but we're not satisfied with that. We want to go out with a bang. We want Tara to play as many possible games as she possibly can. We want her creating another NCAA opportunity for us if we can do that. And that's going to require a weekend in these next 2 games, going on the road and getting Pepperdine, and then going into the tournament just confident and knowing that we can win 3 games straight.
And Thursday night, Fan Appreciation Night, Saturday against St. Mary's Senior Day. We'll be giving away the tickets in just a minute or so. And also want to remind you, next week, right back here at Zeppo's for your Cougar Basketball Hour with Kamie Ethridge. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. It's been your Cougar Basketball Hour from Zeppo's, live from Learfield.
Go Cougs!
You've been listening to the Cougar Basketball Hour. Tonight's show has been brought to you by U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank is a proud